Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Jordan with JJ Cruise, and today we are checking out the Liberty of the Seas. This is an awesome ship, but before we get into it, I do just want to ask you to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It is free to you and it helps us out so much. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the like button. All right, let's go check out this awesome ship. We are starting our tour here on deck number 14. Now, just off the elevator bank, you are going to see a set of stairs directly in front of me. That's going to take you up to the Starlight Chapel. Not a lot of cruise ships have chapels left on them, but this ship has not undergone a renovation. So you still do have a beautiful chapel that sits all the way up there, one deck above 14, overlooking the rest of the ship. We also do have the suite lounge here, so if you are staying in a suite, this is an area that will be designated for you. It is a bar and lounge area, and it's a place that you can come and hang out in. You've got stairs, and then of course you do have bathrooms here in the hallway. And we are stepping into the venue Oliver Twist. Now this is going to be the nightclub here on Liberty of the Seas. You are going to have a really nice bar up here, and then you will have a DJ booth as well as a dance floor. This venue is pretty typical on a lot of Royal Caribbean ships, especially the older class, found on all of the Freedom class. You've got plenty of seatings, and then of course all that beautiful glass that looks over the rest of the pool deck. One other venue that you will have up here is going to be the Diamond Lounge. The Diamond Lounge is kind of tucked behind the bar over here, and of course the Diamond Lounge is for Crown and Anchor Member Society members. And this is an area that is kind of a lounge, but what I do like about this particular Diamond Lounge is that there is an outdoor area. So you have an indoor and outdoor space specifically for Diamond, Diamond Plus, and Pinnacle. Let's hop on down to deck number 13. We have come down one deck and we now are on deck 13. Now it's interesting, many cruise ships do not have a deck 13 due to cruise ships being superstitious, but Liberty of the Seas does. Deck 13 is going to actually be split into two parts. You've got the more aft section of the ship and then the section located more forward. Now the section of the ship that is more towards the back is going to be the sports court and your water slides. So we're going to step out here and see those. There is a lot to do back here. On the sports court. You do of course have the actual basketball court back here, but then you have a lot of other activities as well. So stepping out here, you do see that basketball court in front of me. Lots of activities are being held there throughout the cruise, including things like pickleball now is very popular on cruise ships, but then also a lot of different other activities. Now we did walk right past the rock climbing wall. So you'll see right there, it kind of sits above the entrance and exit into the elevator bank, but that is where the rock climbing wall will be located. You have the exit for 2 of the 3 water slides right there in front of me. There are a total of 3 water slides here on Liberty of the Seas, and then of course they do also have the flow rider. The flow rider is found on a lot of different Royal Caribbean ships, but that flow rider is directly here in front of me. So you can see that sits at the very back of the ship with a seating area so you can sit and watch your loved ones as they do the flow rider. And then this is the entrance right there up to the 3 water slides. Now, Liberty of the Seas is one of the only cruise ships that has a very unique and interesting kind of pipeline type of water slide. You can see that in front of me. You kind of get shot down the slide and then you go up the half pipe and then come back down. Very fun, and this is one of the only cruise ships that has a water slide quite like this. It's a beautiful day here. We are in Nassau, Bahamas. You have another seating area here. Lots of actual seating for the flow rider. I haven't seen a flow rider have quite this many seats. However, you do have, of course, again, the water slides and all the activities found here on the sports court. Now the forward, more towards the forward of deck 13, you are going to have miniature golf. So that's going to be still kind of a sporting activity, but you will have to go down a deck and come back up. So that is on deck 13, more towards the forward. Let's keep moving on down to deck number 12. We've come on down to deck number 12, and this is going to be the deck for the kids. So here right off of the elevator bank, you are going to have entrances all the way around to Adventure Ocean, which is of course the kids club on board. You have Aquanauts right here, which is for ages 3 to 5. We're going to take a walk actually around the back of the deck because there are a lot of different venues specifically for the little ones right around here. So like I said, Adventure Ocean, it's for ages 3 to 12. So you have kids in that range, this is gonna be the deck for them. As we're walking back here, you are gonna see some ping pong tables in front of us. This is a more quiet area actually on this side of the ship where it's not typically very busy because people drop the kiddos off front and then head straight to the pool. Now Liberty of the Seas, like I said, it has not been renovated or undergone like a big amplification like its sister ships, the Independence of the Seas or the Freedom of the Seas, but it is still a really nice ship. Currently, it's doing 3 and 4 night sailings out of Florida. The ship also moves up to New York and does Canada sailings, a little bit longer up there. The ship is about 150,000 gross tons and holds right around 4,000 people. Now, you're gonna see back here at the very back of the ship, you are gonna have quite a few loungers, and then you're gonna have access to that flow rider that I just showed you. So, there are stairs to get up to deck 13 from here. Another set of stairs to get up to the flow rider. The flow rider is really the main focus of the aft of the ship here on Liberty of the Seas. Royal Caribbean does that with a lot of their ships. They put some type of big activity at the back so it can be seen by other people. You do have seating out here, and we are right now outside of Fuel, which is going to be the teen club on board. So if you do have teens, Fuel will be all the way in the back of the ship here on deck 13. You do have a specialty restaurant. This is Johnny Rockets. Johnny Rockets is found on a lot of the Royal Caribbean fleet. So you will see you've got some outdoor seating here as well as indoor seating. Johnny Rockets is open all day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A lot of people don't realize that you can come here and get breakfast, which is included in your cruise fare, but then lunch or dinner you would have to pay for. Entrance into the video arcade is right there. Keep in mind the video arcade does cost extra money, so if you are looking to play arcade games or your kids are into that, they are going to have to purchase those tokens to utilize that. And we are now walking out to the main sun deck, I would say. This is the deck that does overlook the pool area. You have an entrance right back in through this door to the rest of Adventure Ocean. So we'll pop in here really quickly. So you're gonna have another entrance for Royal Babies and Tots in there. And then the rest of Adventure Ocean will be located right here. So again, really right off of the aft bank of elevators on deck 12 will be where you're gonna drop those kids off. We're gonna keep walking around deck 12, and you're gonna notice plenty of loungers up here. Now, deck 12, like I said, does overlook the pool deck. Right here, you do have one of the most impressive, I think, splash zones for kids. It's called Splash Away Bay. The kids not only have that giant splash area, they also have a pool down there. So the kids have their own pool, their own splash zone, another water slide or two, and then there's 2 hot tubs located in the kids' splash zone as well. This does help keep the kids kind of on this side of the pool deck, which is really nice because often when kids don't have enough to do, they'll just kind of infiltrate the adult areas and there'll be a lot of kiddos in those adult pools. Now up here is the main pool deck. You're gonna see 2 pools as well as a giant hot tub. You'll notice not as many kids over here because they have such a stellar kids zone. This is another great ship for families. Royal Caribbean is a very family-friendly brand, but if you are coming on this ship, there is plenty for kids to do of all ages, as well as adults, honestly. So we're walking past a lot more loungers. We are on the jogging and running track right now, so if you are looking to come up and get a workout in, and you don't want to do it inside, you can come up here to deck number 12. To my left, you got the Sky Bar, so that's going to be one of the bars located up here on the pool deck. And then you are going to see also to my left, you've got another set of stairs leading up to a very small deck up there. That is an area where you can just go and lounge. It's really, really nice up there. We're gonna keep walking and head on the inside, but as we do, you are gonna notice the solarium. So that is, of course, the adults only pool. Royal Caribbean technically views Adults only a 16 and up, at least for entrance into the pool area. You do still have to be 21 to drink here in the United States. As we head on in here, we are now in the forward bank of elevators on deck number 12. And this will be where the spa is located. So you do have the spa right through these doors. Of course, the spa is going to offer you a number of different services, things like massages, haircuts, manicures, pedicures. If you want any of those for an additional cost, you will come up here to deck number 12. We have come down one deck. We are now on deck 11. Deck 11 is going to be your main pool deck. So we are going to walk through all of that. But before we do, I do just want to show here at the very front of the ship, you do have your fitness center. So if you are someone that likes to check out the gym while you're on your vacation, that's going to be right through these doors. I will say this is one of the nicest gyms I have seen on a cruise ship. It's big, it feels open. You have lots of floor to ceiling glass, which we always like to see. And then you have lots of different types of workout equipment. So of course you're gonna have your elliptical machine, your weights, your running and jogging machines, your bike machines, rowing. I mean, anything that you could really want, you will find here in the gym, and you'll be able to get a beautiful view while working out. They do offer fitness classes here on Liberty of the Seas. So you are going to see as we're walking out to my left, there is an area with a lot of different bikes. So they do have fitness classes available for a charge. And then the spiral staircase will take you up to the spa. So if you get your workout in and have a massage scheduled right after, you can take those stairs directly up. We're going to now head outside, and the first area that we are going to go to is the solarium. Again, the solarium is for ages 16 and up. The solarium does have 2 hot tubs and a nice pool, and then plenty of loungers. So as we walk out here, we're going to be walking past many different loungers. The cool thing about the hot tubs here on the solarium are they do kind of jet out of the ship and set over the side of the ship, which is really nice. So you can see one of those hot tubs right there to my left. And then everything that you see is going to pretty much be mirrored on both sides. So here is that solarium. You got the bridge kind of going over the pool. In the actual water under the bridge is going to be bar stools. So you've got seats that are in the actual pool, which is really nice. And then you do have the solarium bar as well. So the solarium bar will be a great place where you can stop and get a drink while you enjoy the pool time. As we continue to walk out here, we are now going to be on the main pool deck. Now the first thing as we walk through these glass doors on my left will be the towel station. So if you are needing to check out a towel, you will do that right there. Royal Caribbean does require you to check towels in and out with your SeaPass card. Here we are on the main pool deck. You are going to have the pool bar, which will be right there in the middle. So you got the sky bar up above and then the pool bar. And then you've got 2 pools and, like I said, a massive hot tub. The stage in the middle is used for different activities, things like the World's Sexiest Man competition, and then there are often live music or live bands that will play there in the middle while you're enjoying the pool. It's really nice. In front of me, you've got sprinkles. So the ice cream actually does have the capability to move around because it is like a little ice cream truck on wheels here. They are still serving ice cream here in 2023. So it is not self-serve ice cream, they will be serving you. There's that splash away bay, the splash zone for the kids. And then again, plenty of seating. Now directly across from me, you do have one other bar called Squeeze. That is again, just another typical bar where you can go and get drinks. Here's a little tip. If the pool bar is crowded, just walk a little bit over here to the kids area because the Squeeze bar is never crowded. It's probably because the kids can't drink. So that was the pool deck. We are now here more towards the aft of deck 11. And this is going to be where a couple of specialty restaurants as well as the Windjammer will be housed. So of course the Windjammer is Royal Caribbean's buffet on board. So this is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you also have, like I said, a couple of specialty restaurants here as well. So this is where you are going to have Giovanni's Table, which is the Italian specialty restaurant, as well as Chops Grill. So right here to my left, as soon as you walk in, You do have Giovanni's table. Again, that is Italian, that is for an extra charge. Directly opposite of Giovanni's, you will have Chops Grill, which is Royal Caribbean's steakhouse. Again, if you are into steak or would like to have a little bit of a nicer meal while on board, you can come to Chops Grill for an additional charge. Now, right in the middle, you do have the Plaza Bar. This is gonna be an area where you can come and get drinks. This will be your main bar for the Windjammer. Like I said, the Windjammer is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and offers a variety of different types of food. You're gonna have things like Asian cuisine up here, Indian cuisine, a great salad bar, and then seating all the way around. So this does stretch all the way around. We're not gonna walk all the way back there. We are gonna hop down to the next deck. We've made it down to deck number 5. Now keep in mind decks 6 through 10 are primarily going to be your stateroom decks. So more than likely that is where you will be staying when you come on Liberty of the Seas. Now deck 5 is one of the decks that does house the main dining room. The main dining room is 3 decks, so it's decks 3, 4, and 5. If you do have My Time dining, that will be on deck number 3, and then decks 4 and 5 are reserved for traditional dining, meaning that you have a set dining time at the same table every single night. This dining room is really beautiful, and it's actually quite large. So you see right away here in the middle, you have that massive chandelier, and then 3 stories of dining. It has been actually really nice. We have gotten to eat in here. We are on a very short 3-night sailing, so not a ton of time to do a full review of things like the food, but so far the food has been pretty good on the Liberty of the Seas. Also on deck 5 is going to be the Royal Promenade. Now the Royal Promenade is of course Royal Caribbean's main area or the heart of the ship. This houses a lot of different bars and other venues. This is also a place where entertainment and some activities will take place. Things like parades happen in here. As we're walking into the Royal Promenade, to my right you do have guest services. So if you have any issues with anything while you are on board, you will go there on deck 5 and they will help you. You also have a shore excursion desk here. So of course, they're only here during certain hours, but if you want to talk to someone about the specific adventures that you'd like to take when you're on land, that desk is found right there. We have our bar to my left. It's going to be just a traditional bar where you can get different types of cocktails. And then as we're walking into the promenade, you've got Next Cruise. So that is where you can go and book your next cruise adventure. Stairs to get down to deck 4. You're gonna have a couple sets of stairs here in the promenade. And then we have some shops. This first shop is called Get Out of There. This is more high-end clothing. So you've got things for men and women in here, also sunglasses, hats, dresses, shirts. And right next to that, you will have the Cupcake Cupboard. This is not something that's found on a lot of ships, but in here, there will actually be cupcake classes. So you can come in here and take like a cupcake decorating class, but then there also will be cupcakes for sale throughout the cruise as well. So you can come in here and get a cupcake if you need a little bit of extra dessert in your life. Right across from the Cupcake Cupboard is going to be the Royal Promenade Cafe. Now this is going to be your coffee shop on board. Of course they do serve Starbucks drinks, but then you also have free snacks here. This is open very late, and you can get things like desserts, small sandwiches, little cakes, and then they do have a water station here as well as coffee. So outside of the specialty coffees, you can get regular coffee here, complimentary. The food is complimentary, and then of course you can also get water here. As we continue to walk, you've got Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's, of course, is everyone's favorite ice cream. This is, again, for an additional charge. So if you are wanting to get some ice cream, it is your good, traditional Ben & Jerry's ice cream. It's delicious. We have got another couple of stores. On my left, you've got the general store. That is where you will find things like liquor, so your alcohol as well as snacks. They sell candy in there. If you do need to get some things like medicine, you're going to be able to find some very basic things in there like Benadryl. If you need things like ibuprofen or Tylenol, that will not be found in that area. Another gift store on my right. This is going to be more jewelry and watches. And another venue found on many Royal Caribbean ships is Vintages. So this is the wine shop on board. They have a lot of different wines in here. If you are a wine connoisseur or wino, this will be a place that you will want to come and check out. The Royal Caribbean logo shop is directly in front of me. This will be all things Royal Caribbean and Liberty of the Seas. So if you want Liberty of the Seas branded shirts and gear or Royal Caribbean gear, that will be found in there. And then right next to that, you do have the Hoof and Claw. Hoof and Claw is, of course, going to be the pub on board. This is a venue where you can come and get awesome drinks. And then there is live music. So you see right there, you do have someone set up to do guitar. So play guitar and play a lot of your classic hits. It is really great because they've recreated the feeling of being in an Irish or English pub. Here is an entrance down to Club Royale. We will get down in there in just a minute. That is, of course, the casino on board. And then you have your perfume and cosmetic shops on board. So plenty of shopping found here in the Royal Promenade. Your port shopping desk will be right here. So different hours during your cruise, you can find the shopping representative that will help you with the shops both on board and the shops that you will encounter while at port. And one last shop here on my left is Fashion and Boutique, another high-end bag shop. So if you're looking for bags, purses, that will be here on my left. Now, last but not least, you do have Sorrento's. Sorrento's is, of course, the pizza place on board. So this is complimentary pizza. Again, open very late, till about 2 or 3 a.m. You can also find complimentary coffee and water in there. And then you do have stairs right in front of me to get down to deck number 4. We are, of course, going through another bank of elevators, and there's one other venue all the way here towards the forward of the ship, and that is the Star Lounge. The Star Lounge is going to be another area that will provide a lot of different entertainment and activities as well as live music. As we are getting into the Star Lounge, there is something here that is not found on all ships, but it is a Pinnacle Club. So this is a specific room just for Pinnacle members. Of course, that is the highest tier level for Royal Caribbean. So once you've made it there and you come on Liberty of the Seas, you can check that club out. This is the Star Lounge. Again, lots of different activities, entertainment, game shows, bingo, things like that will happen in here. And then you do have a bar, of course, right here at the back of the venue. So that was all that there was to see on deck number 5. Let's hop on down to deck number 4. We've made it down to deck number 4. Now, as soon as you get into the deck 4 forward bank of elevators, you are going to have an entrance to get into the Platinum Theater. That is, of course, going to be your main theater on board. So that will be through these doors. There's, of course, many different shows that occur on your cruise, things like comedians, variety shows, through these doors here. So you're going to have entrances on deck number 3 as well as deck number 4. I did want to show you really quick, you do have an outer deck here on deck 4 with shuffleboard. So, of course, you've got shuffleboard down there. And this is a nice place to come and watch Sail Away. We actually spent Sail Away down here and it was super quiet and very peaceful. It was probably one of the nicest and most peaceful Sail Aways I've ever had. Of course, you aren't gonna have that party atmosphere that you'll find on the pool decks. So if you're looking for that, you'll wanna go up there. But if you want it to be nice and quiet, come down here to deck number 4 on either port or starboard side. In front of me, we do have Sabor. Sabor is going to be another specialty restaurant that's going to be casual Mexican or Tex-Mex food. And right next to Sabor, you will have the Schooner Bar. Schooner Bar is another Royal Caribbean favorite. It's also a music venue. This is technically your piano bar on board. So if you like listening to live piano music, that will be down here on deck number 4, right outside of Casino Royale. Now, Casino Royale is, of course, the casino on board. This is technically half non-smoking and half smoking. However, it is not the largest casino, so it does get a little smoky down here. For the casino and specifically slot players, you will be glad to know that they have gotten a number of different brand new slots here on Liberty of the Seas. I know a lot of casinos on cruise ships are getting new slot machines. We have a number of different new games here. You have the casino bar right in front of me, and then you will have quite a few tables here to my right. You have all your typical games, 3-card poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, craps, roulette, and then, of course, many different slot machines. If you are coming on Liberty of the Seas or watching this tour and you're a slots player, let me know in the comments what your favorite slot is. So we're walking out of the casino, you see another set of tables here on my left. These tend to be a little bit more high limit, so you do have higher bets here on these tables. And right as we get out to the casino, you do have the Focus Photo Gallery. So of course, if you're here getting pictures on board, there are a number of touch screens that you can just tap your SeaPass card and then check out the pictures that you have gotten taken. You have stairs to get up into the Royal Promenade. And then as we walk through the Focus Photo Gallery, you are going to have Boleros. Boleros is the Spanish or Latino bar on board. Another venue with live music. What's great is there's so much live music on this ship that you never have to be bored. So if you want to come and grab a drink and listen to live music here, you can do that. Here is the Boleros bar. I highly recommend getting the frozen mojito. It is one of the best drinks on the ship. You do have the deck 4 level of the dining room. Of course, we saw that on deck 5. So we are now going to hop on down to deck number 3. We have made it down to deck number 3. Deck number 3 is going to be a mixture of venues and staterooms. So you will have some staterooms, specifically ocean view staterooms, down here on deck number 3. This is, of course, the third entrance into the dining room. And then down here on deck 3, you are going to find your Park West Gallery. So this will be, of course, where your art will be housed. If you are an art collector or someone that's interested in purchasing art while on board, the desks right here in front of me are going to be where you will find the representatives to do that. Just past the art gallery, we are walking into On Air. This is another bar or venue found all the way down here on deck number 3. This will be your karaoke bar. They also do show movies and have other small activities down here. It is a smaller venue than some of the other venues on board. They are showing a movie right now. And then just past On Air is Studio B. Studio B will be the ice skating rink on board. Royal Caribbean is notorious for having ice shows. The ice show on this ship was great. We got to see it last night, and I highly recommend that you do not miss it if you're coming on board the Liberty of the Seas. Well, thank you so much for checking out the Liberty of the Seas with us. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the ship. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I know it's a little bit old and dated, but overall there's a lot to do for families, tons of entertainment, and plenty of food on board. So let me know in the comments, and until next time, see ya!